Gratia plena Dominus tecum benedicta tu.
I dropped my mouse, so I have to try to get it under my desk.
I tell you, the Christmas music is hopeful and fun to listen to, Babz.
It is.
So
I'm trying to tell you.
it's I'm gonna try to do more of it.
It puts you in a good mood, Harry. It makes you feel hopeful about the world.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that, but so what I
try
tried
it, Scrooge.
what I tried to do during the break was find some hopeful stories.
Oh, yay.
It's pretty hard to do, by the way.
It's not hard to do, Harry. You just don't know where to look. Do you follow me on Facebook? Because I always have hopeful stories.
So here goes a hopeful story, and it teaches me something, right? What I need to do is move into a Japanese neighborhood because after the game, after they lost, the Japanese fans stood to clean the stadium.
Oh,
that's a lesson.
Really?
They clean up after themselves because they're taught to do that.
That's the soccer. Soccer?
Yeah, soccer.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't watch the game yesterday.
So it's just in them to, because they clean up after themselves. Japan is one of the cleanest places in the world, but this is why they're taught to clean up after themselves.
So you're saying that's where we want to do the show from, Japan?
Well, what I'm saying is, obviously, I have no Japanese people living around me. My neighbors are not Japanese.
That's a good point, Harry. You gave me something to consider when I go look for new places. Are there Japanese families in the community? Because I need that.
Right. It's like,
does that make us racist? Are we racist? Are we being racist if we say that?
Is that racist?
That we want to live around Japanese people?
That they're clean people? That's not. I don't think that's racist. There's been.
We're not saying other people aren't clean. Are we saying other people aren't clean?
Well, the people I live next to.
And where are they from, Harry? Do you know?
You know, I think they're Hispanic because they make a lot of noise at night. Now, I'm not saying Hispanic people are loud, but they're loud.
Well, I will say Fairhaven is a very clean neighborhood.
And they scream. They like to scream. I think the new neighbors don't have a phone. They scream at each other across the way. You know, it's like, hey, wait, come back here. It's like, pick up your phone. You don't gotta tell everybody everything. Anyway. So, wait, so that was hopeful to me complaining.
I think that was hopeful.
But then I started complaining. So an 11-year-old British boy beats Einstein and Hawking's on the Mensa test.
Yes. Is this the little black kid?
Let's see. And then, you know, they have this story, Babz, about a kid who beat Einstein, and all they have on the story is Einstein's picture.
Oh, yeah, because he's black. You know why? Because I ran that story in the inner city.
Oh, okay,
so you have to read the inner city for all.
So that's why. News. So that's why they're not showing his picture.
Yeah,
probably. Anyway, so that's very hopeful, right? That we haven't totally destroyed the gene pool. That there's smarter people coming after us.
There's a great deal of hope in the world, Harry. There's a great deal of hope. It's a great deal of hope.
And
So now I feel like I'm in a Christmas movie where I have to like give you all the examples so I can earn my wings.
So The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, stopped at a 7-Eleven that he used to steal Snicker bars from when he was a teenager.
And paid for them?
And he bought up all the Snickers and gave it away and everything. And he also paid for everybody's whoever was stopping in for gas or groceries, he paid everything while he was there. He paid everybody's bill.
Oh.
So I guess that's hopeful, right?
Yeah.
That's
I think you gotta get dig a little deeper.
Dig a little deeper. Okay, here goes the hopeful one. Texas woman kidnapped after 51 years finds her family through DNA testing, through ancestry and stuff like that.
Okay.
So hopeful.
Okay. You getting close to the water. you on the beach.
I guess you could say that's hopeful, but 51 years.
Harry. I have faith.
Oh, and you see, I see this story run a few times. The grandmother who thought she was texting her grandson.
Oh yeah,
and she made a connection with
the brother. Guy. And they for 7 years they've been having Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, they've been having Thanksgiving.
And her husband has died. He died during COVID. He died from COVID. Last year.
I'm surprised because if you tell me
that's a very hopeful story.
That is a very hopeful story because there's plenty of people who text me by mistake.
Yeah, I'm good for it.
And I just go wrong number, wrong person. This is not for me. I never say, "Oh, you got the wrong number," but you know what? What you texted was really interesting. How is your this or how?
Oh, you are capable of doing it. That's pretty cool.
But I don't. I just wrong number.
Wrong number. I love that story though, Harry. That she's texting him and they're texting back, and she sends and he's like, well, "Where do you live?" And she's like, "You know where I live." Da, 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 da. And he goes, and I mean, it's a lovely story.
It is because it's
and they're still friends. They still share Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, they obviously made a connection that they both needed at that time,
Yeah.
And that's great. I'm not sure if that would ever happen to me, but
you never know, Harry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respond back to somebody I don't know, and so.
Although there was this brother the other night at the gas station, Harry, he had a car. He was out of gas and he was asking people for money. And I was like, oh. And I was using my card because I didn't have any cash. So I said, listen, I'll put $6 on your thing. So I put $6 on the tank, on the side for him. So he started his car. He's like, oh, it's not enough. And he's like, damn, I only got one bar, some old thing. I just felt so bad for him. So he had to go stand back out there and get more money. I was like,
well, I always feel like I'm being conned when people do that. I have given the money for the gas, but I feel like I'm doing it just in case it's karma. For me, because I feel it's probably a con, but the $10.
Well, he wasn't conning because I used my card. I didn't give him cash.
Yeah.
But I would have given him cash had I had cash, but I didn't have any cash. So I put it on my card.
Yeah. But I always feel like I'm being conned, but I do.
But I felt like I should have given a little bit more. That's my point. I put 15 in my car I should have put 15 in his car. That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done. I should have done for him what I was willing to do for myself.
Okay, slow down. No, you did enough. You did enough because
I walked away feeling like I didn't do enough
no,
because
you did
I was
enough.
able to do more and I did it.
You did enough. But now here's the thing, right? Because I had a friend that if you used to go to his house around dinner time, his father would serve the guest first.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, give his family what was left over. And I always said to myself, why would he do that? I mean, I would feed my kids first and then give the guests. But now obviously he felt his family had more than enough. But I never understood that for me, it was taking food out of your family's mouth to give it to the stranger first. But I guess, people do that. I
mean, see, you are operating from a thought of lack. And that person was operating from a place of abundance. And that's the difference. We have so much.
It's the
I'm
mindset.
going to serve you first because you're a guest in my home. And it's the right thing to do. And we have more than enough. And even if they didn't have enough, that's still an abundance thinking way to be. Instead of saying, oh my God, I'm afraid there won't be enough for me and my family. That's a lack mentality.
And I have no, I guess I criticize him mentally because I would go and I would say no to the food, right? Because I knew I have food at home. My mother was cooking. But I would see that he would give whoever walked through the door. It's like, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is crazy. Now, my father and we didn't have a good relationship, right? I had to search for him, seek him, right? But I always would go and spend time with my brothers, spend the summer in his house just to spend it with my brothers over there. And even on holidays like Thanksgiving, my father, and I would say this, he did teach some life lessons, like hard work. He was probably the hardest working person I ever saw in my life. He just wouldn't stop working. And Thanksgiving, he used to always bring a homeless person into the house and sit them at the table and feed them. Now, we were the worst kids. We were the worst kids because we didn't want to sit next to the homeless guy, and eat. As soon as we knew it was going to happen. So we would try to eat fast. We eat first before my father came. And my father would come in, bring the homeless guy, sit him down to eat. And we would all pick up our plates and leave the table. And my father would sit with the guy and eat. And I always thought to myself, he was teaching us something. Of course, we didn't learn anything at the time, but as an adult, when I became an adult, I understood that he was showing us that, it's like you said, looking at it from abundance and not because we had plenty of food in his house and everything. So, but it was just so strange. And all of us, we had 3 brothers and me, we would all pick up our plates and move to the living room because we were focused, we were concentrating on the smell and stuff. The homeless guy, he didn't smell very good. We were all focused on that and not the good deed my father was doing.
Well,
but there are some life lessons, you know. I mean, some say even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
That's what they say.
not to criticize my dad too much, but
well, you know, everybody has their moments of humanity.
yeah,
I hope. I like to think. And I know that I think that is wishful thinking on my part, as my husband used to say. You know,
it is. That's
he's
your
like, Babz, you are so like, people will hurt you and you act like they won't. I was like, I do know people will hurt me. I just don't operate from that place. I believe people are inherently good, although I know the evil that men do. I've suffered from it and benefited from it.
inherently good though, Babz. I think we're inherently bad and we've learned how to be good.
See, I don't hold that. I don't think when children are born that they are bad. I think something happens.
Yeah. Wow.
I think something happens.
No, definitely. Wait.
Now, there might be some kids who are born just evil.
Well, maybe, but
according to the omen.
No, but you're right. I mean, I just had to rethink that because babies aren't evil. I mean,
no, they're helpless,
but they're taught to be evil.
I think that's what happens. I think something happens to people that makes them whatever, whether it's a chemical function in their brain, Harry, or some harsh things done to them. A whole bunch of things. I don't think it's just one thing that makes people awful. I think it's a succession of things, you know. And I do make room for people, Harry, who take great pleasure in harming people. I understand those people. I mean, I understand those people exist. You know, I mean, serial killers and rapists and child pornographers, all the low life kinds of folks. I know they exist. Trafficking kids and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah, they do exist, but I mean, I don't know. I look at evolution and we're still evolving as a species. So, I mean, we have the ability to. I mean, probably the only species to look beyond our current, meal and our current status, where that's what animals do. They're looking at what they're eating now and stuff like that. We have the ability to dream of a future and stuff like that, which is why we've managed to evolve as a species. We're looking beyond. We're trying to make everything better. It scares me that I feel that a lot of that stuff. I feel like our evolution has slowed. I don't feel that there's as many people who, well, of course, those who look beyond today, but do they see us in the beyond? That's what scares me, that now with the evolution of technology and stuff, are we included in that beyond?
Like, you mean people of color?
Yeah.
I think we will do what we have always done since the beginning of time. We will survive and thrive, not just survive. I mean, we will thrive through. I mean, everything in our history has shown us that, right? So even though I think there are forces deliberately trying to write us out of the future, I think we have a real desire.
That's why it's encouraging that that brilliant kid. It's those people who are going to be able to fix that AI issue, right? That we don't want to go back and talk about, but kids like that are the ones that are going to bring us bring us forward. Bring us forward, you know.
Hmm.
So it is that's hopeful. Did you see the tree lighting yesterday?
No.
New Haven's tree lighting. I think Rockefeller did
They
did
did theirs the other night.
they did theirs already?
Yeah, they broadcasted it on. They had a whole show around it. So, you know, I didn't want to be downtown with all them screaming kids.
So I saw a story yesterday that a lady gave birth and won 100,000 from the Powerball. The same.
Oh, two blessings.
That's hopeful.
I'd like to win some money too, Harry. I'm due. I could really use it.
I keep saying that I'm due too. Although I think to myself, I look at my life and, you know, my wife, my grandchildren, and I feel so blessed.
Me too.
And I think to myself, maybe all of my luck was used up
Nope.
on my life.
Not true.
You know?
Nope, not true.
It's like will lightning strike twice in my life, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
I hope so. You know what? I want to know what it's like to live with a more ease, financial ease. I want to know what that's like, Harry, to not be concerned about money. And, you know, and when I say that, I'm already in that space. I'm already not concerned about money. So, you know, so what am I really wanting? I think that's the bigger question. What am I really wanting? Do I want just excess so that I could just, what could I do that I can't do already? Nothing.
I just think the freedom to lift other people up. I think that's the biggest gift from somebody like that winning the Powerball.
But you know what, Harry? We already have the power to lift other people up. Regardless of a Powerball. We already have that ability. We don't need millions of dollars to lift somebody up. That's just a donation to the shelter. A $25 donation somewhere makes a huge difference. Like what would you do? You know?
Yeah.
So it has to be something else that drives me and you to want to win that kind of money. It can't be because we're going to lift people up, because we can already do that. It can't be because we want some financial freedom or we don't want to worry about money. Well, we're already not worrying about money. I already live somewhere. I already have a car. Would I get a nicer car? I don't know. Would I get a nicer place? What does that mean? What does nicer mean?
Yeah, right. It's all relative.
Yeah, it's all relative. My car is nicer than my neighbor's car, right?
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
My place is nicer than somebody else who is at the shelter.
I mean, I would definitely like get me like a farm or something with a lot of acres between me and the rest of the world. But do I really need that? Right? I really need that.
Yeah, but
I
it's all
don't
right
need
to
it.
want, though. Like, I think the Powerball and lotteries give you a chance to dream comfortably without doing any work toward that dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Harry, if you wanted a farm, you know what to do. Sell your condo, go look for farms, and then buy one.
Yeah. The problem, yeah, you see, that's the problem is that under these circumstances, I wouldn't be able to bring people with me. I would be, you know, like my wife is never going to leave Connecticut as long as my granddaughters are in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but on a
Yes.
Powerball scale, I'll bring everybody with me, you know?
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I get that. Like, okay, we all moving to the farm unless they don't want to move to the farm.
Right. But, you know,
got to consider that too. Like,
my grandchildren will eventually pick me. Hopefully my daughter ain't listening.
Your daughter's like, I don't want to live on a farm. And the grandkids are like, yes, farm. And you got to get a horse and all the things for Bella and need a stage for Daisy. I don't know what Lumia's into yet. I don't know what her talent will be.
Lumi's learning how to just love grandpa right now. So but that's gonna come. Daisy used to be like hard. And then she, now she's like, as soon as she comes in, she's just like all over me, and she, now she's competing with Bella for my time, and it's like, so
there's enough of Pop to go around.
Yeah, and the people just got here into the office, so you might start hearing background noise.
Everybody's getting their computers and say, "Ooh, ah."
Well, the La Voz side. So.
Oh. Okay.
No, the independent side. Our reporters are, like you said, they're on the streets.
They're on the streets. They hunting down leads.
Yeah.
Chasing down witnesses.
They'll show up later to write their stories.
Where's Paul? Paul not in the office either?
No, Paul works from home on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
Which is my normal routine. I work from home on Fridays. The problem is that I guess I wasn't paying attention. I had all of the computers shipped to my house instead of to the office.
They had to bring them all.
So I had to bring them all in. And
did they fix the elevator? Because I know you been trying to hoist them things up those stairs.
Thank God, Babz, they did. They had mercy on me. I was thinking that today. If I show up
with all this crap
and the elevator's broken, I'm going home. Babz and tell her, take 2 hours off. I'm going home.
That is funny. That is too funny.
That elevator is working. So
yes, Lord.
You know how that is. That's like Russian roulette. You never know when it's gonna stop on you in this place.
Yes. I'm flying to North Carolina next Friday.
What are you doing over there?
I'm going to see my friend in Wilmington, my friend Ann. She she lost her husband last year. And so Ife and I are gonna fly to Wilmington, North Carolina, to spend a long weekend.
A velo?
Yeah, velo.
Yeah, they're pretty
this
good.
This will be my first time.
They're surprisingly more spacious than like Spirit and the other one.
Okay.
But I will say this. I had a jacket when I went on, and the seatbelt didn't clear the jacket and the girth that I still have. So I had to ask for a
extender,
and their extender, their seatbelt buckle system is different than the rest of the airlines.
Oh,
so you can't bring the extender that you use on JetBlue.
Oh,
so
that's good to know.
Yeah, I couldn't use because I had my extender with me. The thing is, it's different.
Well, where you buy that at? Because I know you're gonna buy one.
Well, there has to be right. There has to be on Amazon. So
take a picture of it and do the search.
Yeah, next trip I take, I'm gonna have one.
I know. I know you, Harry. I know you.
You know what's funny is that the person was seeing me struggle, and I buckled it, but Babz, it was like, okay, I didn't want to take off my jacket because I didn't actually. I had more like a muscle shirt system under the jacket, so I just figured I was gonna fit.
Okay.
And I think because the last trip I took was with JetBlue, and I fit comfortably, so their seatbelt's a little tighter. So and like I said, but the person was watching me, and before I said seat extender, she was walking towards me with the extender.
Oh, nice. That's some good airline service.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. You're not gonna get any snacks on the Velo, by the way.
Oh no, I'll bring my own snacks.
But let
You
me
know,
tell
I
you,
can't mess around with snacks anyway, Harry, because it's always janky.
but let me tell you, they look. Tweet New Haven is a different airport. You could bring a baggie of your own food into the airline and into the waiting, the gate and everything. And people were eating, and I was jealous because I didn't bring my oatmeal cookies. My oatmeal cookies. And I'm like, wait a minute, you could bring food in here?
Really?
And then since it was delayed, Babz, people ordered Chinese food. And they were able to get it through the gate and everything. And what's funny is they made me throw my water bottle out coming in, but in the Chinese food bag, people were getting Coca-Colas.
Oh!
So I was like, yeah. I hope I'm not blowing up anybody's spot.
I was just going to say, Harry, did you just ruin it for people? Because you know they're listening.
Homeland Security is like, what? Hold on, let me make that call to tweet.
And they're going to take your picture and be like, you have to thank this guy
I know.
for the lockdown.
But yeah, so you could bring snacks and food from home. I saw somebody break out a Tupperware thing with food.
Oh, I'm not doing all that. I mean, that's
I'm
only
not
like a
doing all that
2-hour
either,
flight.
but I would have appreciated bringing my oatmeal cookies in a baggie.
Next time, Harry. If you didn't already ruin it for people.
Yeah, what I ended up doing, I got my mother a pretzel, the warm pretzels.
Yeah.
And coffee, and I bought a large coffee to share with her. By the way, my mother was like, "What? You didn't put no sugar and it's black." I'm like, "That's how I drink my coffee now." And she's like, "Yeah, drink your half and then go put sugar in my half." I was like, "Okay, Ma."
Oh, that is.
She's like, "That's my only, vice right now." Where she's like, "I need sugar in my coffee."
A little sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I do. I mean, I put a teaspoon of coconut sugar in the morning now, but if I buy it, I buy it black.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I don't like sugar in my coffee, so I don't do it at all.
Yeah.
So I like it black.
Yeah,
and I like my tea unsugared too.
And of course, I'm being selfish because black coffee 0 points.
Harry, you got this point system down.
That's
to
right.
A science.
So the coffee Karen makes me in the morning has 1 teaspoon of sugar, a drop of milk.
Does it make a difference though? Does that 1 teaspoon of sugar
really
make a difference?
Well, no, not that much. But you know what? It ends up costing me 2 points, Babz. Whereas
I mean, do you taste it? Does it, when you have that little bit of sugar in it, do you taste it? Like,
not really, because it's like 16 ounces of coffee, so it's 2 cups of coffee. So it's so diluted that 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, it's like not having any sugar.
It's not right. It's like not having anything, and the milk.
And yet it costs you.
Right, it's 2 points.
Yeah, for something you don't even experience.
So I need to eliminate that. It's a mental thing, I guess. Still, but if I'm out, like I said, I'll just buy black, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, well, then that tells you right there you don't need it because it doesn't make a difference, except it costs you 2 points that you don't even get the benefit of tasting. And
that's 2 oatmeal cookies.
Everything is measured in oatmeal cookies.
That's how I judge everything. I think that gonna limit my oatmeal cookie intake.
Oh my God, Harry, that is hilarious.
Those oatmeal cookies are delicious. I'll bring some next time you're in the studio so you can taste.
Okay.
Are
they vegan?
Yeah, they're vegan.
Where you get them from?
You know, they sell it at Stop and Shop. I'm not sure if they sell it at Stop and Shop everywhere, but it's Alyssa's oatmeal cookie.
Mm.
Alyssa's vegan oatmeal cookie. So, I mean, they're pretty expensive. They're $6 for 8 small cookies.
Whoa! And you bought them?
I buy them like crack, Babz. And you know, I went Tuesday to buy it, and I bought 8 cases of 8. So,
Whoa.
8 times 6, was that 48? So $48 on oatmeal cookies.
So now you got enough to last you into the new year.
No, I don't.
Oh God, Harry!
I tell you,
I
eat 8 to 10 a day. But I got the points, so
yeah, that's crack.
Right, it is.
That's crack, Harry. That is crack.
Right now, those oatmeal cookies are crack for me.
All right.
And I think to myself, am I not losing weight? But it's in the point system. So
yeah, it's in the points. And you make allowances for it.
Yeah.
Like you make allowances for these cookies, which is what you're supposed to be doing. If that's what you want, you have to figure out a way to fit it in that doesn't cost you. And you've done that. So enjoy the damn cookies. That's it.
Right. That's right.
Just enjoy them. You made a way for them. You made an allowance for them. So, so good. So you could do it. You could eat them without guilt. All right. It's time for us to go.
Guilt-free cookies.
Guilt-free cookies. Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't? All right. Well, have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday. I'll tell people what I've been up to the weekend. Tonight's the Arts Awards. So if you are online, you can watch us I think it's going to be streamed. I'll be doing the red carpet. So I've got my talk on Sunday at Possible Futures with Nicholas Dawidoff. Come around for that. I'll see y'all.
All right. Thank you for listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list.
Boom, 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 boom.